Hey guys, Beth here. Um, just a quick note. I've got an hour and a half long, my longest video ever. It's like an example of what my podcast is going to be, and it's uploading. I started it yesterday, but I had stuff to do, and so it's uploading now. I've got 4 more to upload. It's just I got a lot going on, and getting a lot of feedback, and controversy draws attention. I'm not asking it to draw attention to me. I'm trying to draw attention to all the shit that goes on here. Oh, sorry, Charlie. Man, you guys got to keep me up to date on how old that little feller is, because I might be rambling on 6 months from now and say something that you don't want him to hear, okay? So anyway, thanks for the video. It was precious, and he's precious. So anyway, quick talk about my thoughts and my opinions on, and I don't sugarcoat anything. My thoughts and my opinions on Trump and Harris. I gave Trump kudos, and this is my opinion. And you can attack me all you want to. I'm not asking you to try to influence me in any way, shape, or form, and I'm not trying to influence you. You vote for who you approve of. Don't let anybody sway who you want to vote for. Don't be in a clique. Just stand your ground. Don't say, oh, God, this person's going to vote for this person, so I don't want to lose their friendship because I'm voting for somebody else. If they're truly your friend, that's not going to change your friendship with them just because you have different views on politics and what's right and what's wrong in your mind and your thoughts, and not compared to what everybody expects you to feel or say to fit in. I believe, when he got winged, I was like, hey, kudos to him, kudos to Trump. He got winged, and he was like, you got anything else? But then after you research it a little bit, it's kind of odd about that whole thing. And then if I got winged, I wouldn't put a big old white pad on it. Hell, you took it like a trooper, buddy. You were a gladiator there. Then you come out with this little white patch on your ear. Rip that thing off. Let's see what happened. You're so brazen, Stick to your guns, buddy. And Kamala, hey, kudos to you. All this stuff and talk about everything was so stagnant and dormant. Biden and Trump, just like Hillary and Trump. Yes, kudos to Hillary. Was she deadly? Well, probably. What president or what vice president or what any politician in D.C., what have they not done? Okay, so instead of sitting here saying about everything they've done, let's talk about what they've not done. So we'll be doing in-depth. I'm going to be doing a podcast on that. So if you want to get involved in that, I'll be posting a link to it. And I encourage everybody to come on there and question me and call me out on anything, because I own anything I've ever said or done. And hey, if you ain't got nothing to lose, you want to get involved in intellectual conversation without name calling and getting upset and crying and boo-hooing and whining and all. I don't have time for that negative shit. No negative Nancy here. Okay? Dealt with it long enough, and I just don't do it. But Kamala seems to have sparked a new thing with the younger generation in the Democratic Party. I think that's outstanding. Do I agree with women should be able to choose make their own choices about their own body? Absolutely. Do I have different thoughts about that may not coincide with exactly what she thinks? Absolutely. Okay. Did I also said I didn't think that Trump had a very good moral compass, and somebody goes on there and said, well, what other politicians, don't either. Well, what other politicians beside Trump and Harris are actually running for president? So I kind of think that nips that in the bud. So anyway, and Vance, he's from Ohio, and everybody's like, oh, he's from Ohio. My dear God, he changed his whole values. He changed his whole values to be that running mate. He hated Trump. He made fun of Trump. And he changed his whole value to gain for himself. Cat ladies. So if you don't got any kids, you're not worth anything, and you can't be in power. What's that all about? And then if you do have many kids, you're a whore. And if you got 2 different dads and 3 kids for 3, then you're a tramp. So you can't win no matter what, okay? And I'm so glad that Charlie can't hear that term whore yet. And please, when he starts to learn that, call me out on it, okay? But anyway, you guys may not even know what I'm talking about, but whoever does, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to explain every detail to people. What's she talking about? The police? No, honey. This is a little baby. And I just talked to him a little bit ago, and when he goes and he gets out of when he starts walking and pulls anybody over, maybe I'll do a video about him. It's not about the police, okay? Yes, I had a police shirt on the other day when I done a video. I'm not portraying to be something I never was. I was a cop for 13 years, so if I have a shirt that says police on it, it doesn't mean that I'm a wannabe cop. I already was. I already made my mark in law enforcement. I'm not going to delve on the past and dwell on it and they took everything away from me like I used to, which they did, and continuing to harass and bully and intimidate. Well, they think they're intimidating, but they're not. Anyway, back to politics. Hey, good for the Democratic Party. If you can't, respect a whole movement, just like we did when Trump and, with Hillary or anybody, everybody that was for Trump, everybody was like, man, this guy came out of nowhere. No, he didn't. He's been around for a long time. Is he an excellent businessman? Yes. Would I want him to have the codes, the nuclear codes? Hell no. He can't even control his temper and he canceled out of the debate with Harris. And he's so hateful about women. How do you think, well, we know what Melania thinks, but how do you think his daughters feel about him talking about women in a derogatory manner? How can they stand up there with the grandkids and, and that fake smile and that pageant wave? I know about the pageant wave. I just always went like that, somebody's going to judge you how you wave. That's some twisted logic. But anyway, he got winged, and now there's a whole controversy whether it was a fake or it was real, if it was planned or, whatever. If I'm sure you've seen the movie A Shooter with Mark Wahlberg in it. But if somebody puts somebody up to try to assassinate a president, wouldn't it be wonderful if they would just catch him and then question him? Yeah, I can understand taking him out, but once they've already shot at him and he's gone, I don't know the details, and I'm not going to say I do. So just forget that I even said that. So you can just, oh shit, get your notepad. She said something wrong. Calm down, people. Sun will come up tomorrow, okay? Don't get so aggravated about everything I say and take everything I say personal. People, you guys have such a short. When I say you guys, it could be a numerous amount of people. It's just just like I say when you people. I'm not categorizing anything. I'm talking about the people in reference to whatever I'm saying that don't understand what I'm saying. If I say you people, that's who I'm addressing. You people that don't understand what I'm saying, okay? So now that we've clarified that, so let's scoot that over. Okay, so what else was it? Yes, I'm glad for the Democratic Party. I'm glad for younger generations, and I'm glad for the LGBTQ community because a lot of them are Democrats. Most of them are Democrats. I'm glad for. Do I listen to Taylor Swift? Yeah, I do. Would I go to her concert? No, I really don't because I'm older and and she's got her own fan base. Do I like Kelsey? Absolutely. Do I like the Kansas City Chiefs? Absolutely. Is she going to determine who I vote for by being a Democrat and being a culture icon? No. I'm not going to base my vote on what I think. Oh, I like Adele, but I'm not going to do whatever she tells me to do. If she comes here and brings a case of beer and we sit and talk, maybe I'll, and she pays my bills, maybe I'll be worried about what she says about me, okay? Let's get our priorities lined up, okay? Okay, so we got that covered. But the video that's coming up, like I said, it's like an hour and a half, and I don't even remember what I said. I just rambled. Now it just comes out. I don't focus on stats and statistics. Obviously, I just want to share my view, and if you want to hear it, obviously you'll tune in. If you don't, like I said, my income is not coming from YouTube. I will monetize just to weed all the stalkers and the trolls out. But hey, if you want to pay $1.99 and to stalk me, go ahead and do it. I've got people on my Ring doorbell that come up there, and if I don't answer the door, they don't leave a message. They come down on my cameras and peek through the cracks of my fence. Okay? People, that is just stupid. What are you expecting to see? Me cutting grass? Me laying on a float? What's the big thing about peeking through the cracks of my privacy fence? Why, I got cameras. And so instead of bringing attention to you for doing that, I've got the videos. I'm not going to humiliate you or call you out. I mean, if you got an issue, maybe you need my help, contact me via Messenger. Don't come unannounced. And then if you push that little blue circle and it says leave a message, just speak into it and say, hey, I'm so-and-so. I need some help, or I was just stopping by to say hi or introduce myself. Can I talk to you for a minute? Don't come and go off my porch and peek through the privacy fence. What's that all about? So, you know who you are. Don't do that again. And my neighbors are already aware that if they hear a few rounds go off, I'll be shooting in the air or shooting in the ground. Don't come on my property and peek through my privacy fence, okay? Cleared that up. Let's move on. So the whole thing, this is an entertaining election because everything was so dormant, like I said, and, there wasn't really, it was the same, Trump's, it was Make America Great, right? He went for a certain target group, and we all can see on TV, different groups of people, and I have no judgment for anybody. I have my own thoughts, and I'll embrace my thoughts and express them, but I'm not gonna worry about what you think about my thoughts. And if you get on my YouTube and say something, I won't remove you, honey. I don't have that short fuse, but okay. So, but anyway, stay tuned for the preamble, I like to call it, of what's my podcast is going to be like, where people will be involved and we won't be dogging the police, and it'll just be cultural subjects and what you think about this, what you think about that. Now, if the police come up in something, I will address it. Just like I talked to a lady 2-3 months ago, and her and her cousin had a wreck. Okay, and it wasn't her fault, and the girl that hit her, it was her fault. But the lady that was injured got a citation, and the people with her overheard Evan McKnight. Honey, I hate to bring you up, but if it's not true, you can call me out on it, buddy. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of anybody. If there's anybody in need for the police to come here, which I doubt will ever happen, so don't feel. I mean, don't. You can. Your lady friend's already contacted me and then deleted it, but it says that her name and then says unsent. So I don't know what she wanted to contact me. This was months ago, honey. But anyway, the lady that was hurt overheard you tell your friend, the young girl that you went to school with. She said, "Oh my God!" I think she said it was like her second wreck in like a month or something like that. And he said, "Don't worry, I got it. I'll take care of it." So you know what happened? The girl that was at fault had went to school with him, or a girlfriend, or I don't know, cousin, friend of a friend, a snitch. I don't know. I don't know, so I'm not going to say. But anyway, the matter of the fact is, he gave the injured party it wasn't their fault a ticket, and they had both his friend that caused the accident and injured this party. They both had the same insurance company, and somehow happened that the insurance company dropped the victim in that case instead of the person at fault, because he made a call, and so then that person couldn't get an accident report. I don't care. Any cop can tell if things have changed. I don't think things have changed that drastically, but I'm never surprised when it comes to the local area. If you have an accident and the police come, there has to be an accident report. And you have the right to have that. This person told me they told her they didn't have an accident report. So that's bullshit. You know, all these people that, you know, former chiefs have said, if you want to file a complaint, you can, but if it's a false complaint, you can be prosecuted. Well, nobody went to the police department to file a complaint on me. They found out about something. They pulled her over and told her to go to the police department to file a complaint on me. And they told her, Chief James Carey, honey, I'm praying for you. God bless your heart. Sincerely, you have issues because you have a misogynistic way of thinking, and then you're going to, never mind, I'm not going to attack you, honey. You have your own demons, and you'll deal with the man upstairs. And I know you're a man of the cloth, but that's my personal opinion, and I'm not trying to sway anybody that goes to your church to think you're a bad person. I'm just saying what I experienced with you, okay? And you know it's true. Or why wouldn't somebody sue me for slander? It's been 2 years since my book came out. It's all documented. So let's all keep our eye on the ball about that, okay? But Evan, honey, when you do favors for somebody, take them aside and whisper. Don't tell the person that don't tell the person you're doing a favor for them, which that's been going on. That's no big secret. That's been going on in law enforcement ever since it was created. Hey, you know, that's why you see all these people that drive around and do whatever they want to, because they know if they get pulled over, that somebody of authority will take care of it. Okay? But you can't file a false complaint. You can't file a complaint on a police officer, or you'll be prosecuted. That's a scare tactic to prevent you from filing it. But even it not just a scare tactic, but from preventing you from filing it is against your civil rights. Okay? So you guys that former, you think, oh, I'm retired, I'm out of it. Honey, you guys are so thick in it, it's unbelievable. And I'm not just talking, you know, I'm gonna be kind and say rest in peace. I heard the former Chief William Garland passed away. That man made my life miserable. He had his own issues that were obviously not right in reference to a personal nature. Did I need to be tormented every day of my life to make up new rules just for me? And then if they made up new rules for me, then that pissed everybody else off, see? I was the only woman I got to go from subject to subject, don't I? Bear with me or turn the page. But, you know, and you can ask Dan Johnson, and he'll tell you the truth. I don't think he would lie. I worked with Dan for a long time. His birthday's a week from mine, and we were tight. And I'm not taking anything away from Dan. You know, he did what he did, and I did whatever I did, and it's over, and it can't hurt either one of us anymore. But the facts are the facts. The facts are the facts. Undisputed facts, okay? But you guys think that once you retire that you're out of everything that somebody else has done? So let's say that you're retired and you're in Florida and you're thinking, shit, man, I'm retired and I can do whatever I want to, and I don't have to be held responsible for anything, right? And then boom, big lawsuit from somebody, you know, out in the county or somebody locally here in the city. And then what happens? Because of something maybe long after you retired, maybe let's say one of these young officers do something now and you're already retired, so you're not responsible for it. What are they going to do? A good attorney? They'll go back and look at all the bullshit these officers done while you were in charge and while they got by with it. If you would have stopped it, it would have ended. If you would have stopped it, it would have ended. But hey, as long as it don't affect my income, I'm not saying me, I'm saying you. Hey, they can do what they want to. As long as I don't have to do anything and it don't affect my income, I'm out of here in a little bit. You know? But don't be surprised, honey, when you think you're all that and you think your past can't creep up on you, honey. It does. It's slow. And the scales of justice are just like that. I said, they're blind. Hence the blindfold. They turn, but they turn slow. But you got to know who's turning them. And you got to seek that person who's turning the wheels. And quit worrying about these petty people that's never going to help you change anything. So anyway, like I said, in the video I'm uploading now, it may take a few. I don't know how long. I've never done a video for an hour and a half, so I don't know how long it's going to take. But it'll pop up there sooner or later. I'm not in any hurry. And had a fella contact me the other day and say, hey, I can really help you out. I can do this big editing thing for you, and and a song, one of your favorite songs. And a friend of mine already done that, an intro. I don't play it before every video. I don't see the necessity in that. Otherwise, you know me or you've heard of me. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching. So, why do I need to? I don't feel like I need to do all that. The thumbnails and all that. This background was not painted for YouTube. This has been here for years. I just had my desk out here when I was writing my book and just started the YouTube, and that's where I don't always do it here, but it's my garage and it's nice and peaceful out here. And I will do whatever I want to in my own home. Okay? Oh, mercy. So, anyway, keep those questions coming. Now, I did put a stop to the stupid questions, like, anything you ask me what I think about, I'll be glad to tell you. You may not like it, but I'm not, just because you say something to me that's mean or derogatory, I'm not going to attack you and get all defensive. You don't know me, so you don't know what I've been through. So, you can say what you want to, honey. That's not going to hurt my feelings. I go in the dollar store, and people that don't want to confront me, they hurry and they see me and they turn the other way. I just laugh. And, if people are, I love to go in a restaurant or go in a public place and people, they know who you are. They recognize you. You've dealt with them in the past, whether it be good or bad. And they go, and I did this on the video that's uploaded. Here's Beth Rest. I pick the people that have the dirtiest look on their face and the dirtiest frown on their face and give me the dirtiest looks, and I go right up to them in public. So be wary. If you don't like me, I'll come up right to you in public. I ain't going to cuss you out or anything. I'm going to say, how are you doing? I haven't seen you for so long. It's good to see you. God bless. Hope everything's okay. And if you be nice to everybody like that, shuts them right down. Whatever. I don't care. They can still hate me. But what are they going to say in front of everybody? Were they going to be bold enough? If you're bold enough to speak out in front of me in a group of people, by God, I want to be your friend. I want to be your friend. So anyway, the Olympics is going good. I don't really understand. I don't want to watch Greece and Canada play basketball, especially men's basketball. I love men's basketball, but the standards have kind of reached a limit. I mean, what else can they do unless they do a backflip and dunk it? I mean, I love men's basketball. It's great. And I love it that men's basketball, the NBA, is supporting the WNBA, because that is a big plus. Because, of course, they're invested in the WNBA and part owners in it or whatever, But, this whole thing about the women's basketball controversy, it's great for the sport. The whole jealousy thing with Caitlin Clark, honey, that happens all the time in any kind of sport. And here's my thing, okay? If you go on Roku or anything like that, it says men's this, men's that, men's this, basketball, golf, baseball, track, hockey, soccer, rugby. And then it just says women's sports. So has anything really changed? Has anything really changed? Why don't they have women's lacrosse, women's swimming, women's beach volleyball, which is one of my favorites. When I was a lifeguard, we had a ball doing that. It's very good for you. It makes the game totally more intense when you're playing barefoot in the sand. So anyway, there's still a whole bunch of stuff. They try to sneak it by, but I catch it, and I might miss something every once in a while. If you catch something, holler at me and let me know, and we'll discuss it. Okay? But anyway, I'll be back later, and everybody have a good evening, and don't stress over too much, okay? Self-care.